It's a nearly 50-year-old cold case still keeping investigators up at night. A woman with a baby boy and two young daughters vanishes without a word. Now her son is speaking to THV 11 about the strange circumstances surrounding his mom's disappearance. All new tonight, THV 11's Ashley Godwin introduces us to the unsolved case of Kay Collins.
Favorite movie was Grease. I mean, she was a huge Elvis fan.
This is Michael Collins. He's asked us not to show his face on camera for safety reasons. He describes his mother, Kay, by the stories passed down to him.
Do you feel like maybe you've learned things about yourself that maybe came from your mom?
Yeah, I found out I have ulcers. She gave me those. That was apparently, I told my sister Jo that I said I was going to be treated for ulcers, and she went, that's mom, that's mom. She was nervous, she was a worrywart.
He says he doesn't have any of his own memories with his mother because he was not even a year old when she disappeared.
So it was mostly trying to figure out who I was, where I really came from, and who this mysterious mother was.
In 1978, Kay Collins lived in Wichita, Kansas with her newborn son Michael and two daughters. She was married to a man, Doug, who lived in Arkansas, but they were in the process of getting divorced, including a custody battle over Michael. When the divorce was finalized, joint custody was awarded to both parents. In December, Kay left Wichita to take Michael to Doug's house, and that's the last time anyone can confirm Kay's whereabouts. J.R. Howard was the initial investigator on Kay's case.
The impression that I had at the time was she was last seen in Wichita, and that she'd made a phone call from Chautauqua to Wichita. And that was the impression I had at the time I went up there. And then as the investigation progressed, it became clear that she may have not been last seen in Kansas, that she was actually in maybe Ball Knob, Arkansas, and possibly in Little Rock, and then it had gone to Memphis.
He says one of the claims he looked into was that Kay wanted to fly out of Memphis, so her ex-husband drove her and dropped her off. But some witnesses say that's not possible.
There were folks, close friends of hers in Memphis that had never heard from her, and they felt certain that if she had actually been in Memphis, she would have been in contact with them. So that raised a flag that there's possibly something awry on this.
Do you think you're still pursuing a missing persons case here?
I don't think she's alive.
In 1987, a Kansas judge declared Kay Collins dead, even though no remains have been found.
It keys in on the witnesses, because you got witnesses that didn't see her, and the witnesses that saw her here and saw her there. So the case is, as far as physical evidence, as for right now, I'm not aware of physical evidence.
When I first got the case and was going over the case file Colonel Howard did, my first thought was, man, he did a lot of good work.
Josh Heckel is a detective with the Arkansas State Police and is now investigating Kay Collins' disappearance. He says the case has gone from searching for a missing person to searching for a body.
Have they passed, or are they still alive? And they just didn't want to be found. So there's certain things that we can do now, and everything's connected, internet, run their social to see if they've used that social security number, or if they've used that name or their past names, where it was a lot easier to disappear in the 80s than it is now, due to social media and digital platforms.
Did you find anything when you did all that?
No.
Now the investigation is taking a step forward, searching places where family members think Kay's body could be, including around the house formerly owned by her ex-husband Doug, currently owned by Michael.
First thing we're going to try to get cadaver dogs out there, because it's amazing what cadaver dogs can do, even a case this old.
Possibly in the foundations of the house, around the house. I know the police said that they wanted to search further back, that we had pig pens.
Investigators are also taking a step back, revisiting those who knew Kay before she vanished.
And that was the last time and the last person to see her alive that we can positively say is the former husband. And we're not saying he did it,
Right.
We're just saying he has more information what he's saying.
Finding her is more important than courts and cops and trials. You hear about closure a lot, and I think that would be closure.
Now, detectives tell us no detail is too big or too small. If you knew Kay Collins and her family, especially during the 70s, reach out to Arkansas State Police.
And if you are a fan of our Unsolved series, make sure you have THV11 Plus downloaded. It's our 24-hour free streaming service. We air unsolved stories and more true crime stories every Tuesday and Thursday night.
Or you can watch them on demand. THV11 Plus is always on and always free. Find it on your Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV devices.